Assalamualaikum and hello guys, welcome to the tutorial. Today we would like to introduce to you the pricing mechanism in banking, focusing on fixed interest versus floating interest. Now, do you know what is meant by the price mechanism? It is the system interdependence between supply of a good or service and its price. This means it sends the price up when supply is below demand and down when supply exceeds demand. And now let's take a look at the interest rate. Interest rate is defined as the amount charged as a percentage of principal by a lender to a borrower. Next, interest rate can be divided into two, fixed and floating interest rate. For fixed interest rate simply means you and your bank agree on a set interest rate. The interest does not change for a specified duration. Floating rate, however, is based on reference rate BLR, BFR, OPR that can change over the duration of the loan. And here is what the abbreviations mean. For further explanation, BLR means minimum interest rate calculated by financial institutions using their own formula. For base financing rate, it is the BFR illustrated by Islamic banking, which other banks use as the base for financing rate. And here is the explanation for overnight policy rate. These are among the advantages of fixed interest rate. First, it avoids currency fluctuations. If the value of currencies fluctuates significantly, this can cause problems for firms engaged in trade. For example, if a firm is exporting to the US, a rapid appreciation in sterling would make its exports uncompetitive and therefore may go out of business. However, if a firm relied on imported raw materials, a devaluation would increase the cost of imports and would reduce profitability. Since fixed rate is stable, its stability encourages investment. Uncertainty of exchange rate fluctuations reduce the incentive for firms to invest in export capacity. Some Japanese firms have said UK's reluctance to join Euro and provide a stable exchange rates make UK a less desirable place to invest. Fixed rate interest also keep inflation low. Governments who allow their exchange rate to devalue may cause inflationary pressure, since the pattern of aggregate demand and import prices. The next disadvantage is join at the wrong rate, since it is difficult to know the right rate to join at. If the rate is too high, it will make exports uncompetitive. However, in case interest rate in market decrease, fixed rate loan does not get any benefit. Next, we proceed to the advantage of floating rate. First, it is undeniably cheaper than fixed interest rate in the long run. You may understand it from the examples given below. The second advantage is lack of policy constraints. Governments are free with a floating exchange rate system to pursue the policies they feel are appropriate for the domestic economy. The floating interest rate surely has its own disadvantage, which is, first, instability. The rate can be prone to large fluctuations in value. Moreover, there is less certainty in floating rate. Floating rate adds an additional element of uncertainty or risk to international transactions. Then, what is the differences between both rates? Simply means fixed rate remain the same for duration of the loan, while floating rate can fluctuate. Then you would wonder which one is better, right? And here is the suggestion. Truly, there is no solid answer to give, since both rates have its own pros and cons. Most of the time, it depends on personal preferences and your prediction towards market situations. Thank you for watching guys, and may you gain some benefits from it. Bye bye.
created using Powtoon.